Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to MK Communities Brokerage. My name is Mohammed. In this video, I'm going to go over the Notary Public Walk-in Examination in New York City. So basically, for those of you that are planning to become Notary Public, you need to take a written test for that. And after you pass the written test, you can become a Notary Public. You cannot become a Notary Public without taking a test and without having the license on you. So that's the part of it. So I'm just going to tell you the process of what you need to do to take the test. I'm not going to explain to you guys about the general laws and procedures of it. I do have another video on that, so you check out my channel, and I do explain parts of every depth in detail about the test itself, about what you expect and everything. This is just generally what you expect when you do go in and take the test. So guys, before I begin, I should say, exams are done every month. It's usually once or 2 days a week, depending on the month. It all depends on what month it is. So what you need is simple. Make sure obviously you study before you go and take the test. Don't go and take the test without studying, because you don't want to just throw away $15. Study a little bit if you think you're ready to go take the test, because the test is quite hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, the test is not simple. Not everyone passes on the first try. Even though it's $15, it's not about the money. It's about going there, and obviously you're gonna be wasting your whole day. So why are you gonna do that? That's how I see it as. Notary publics are in high demand in New York City. Why? Because if you want to be working in the bank business, they look for notary publics, because obviously now they have a notary public in the bank. Their notary public is used for many different things in businesses. If you're in the less common sense in banking business, finance, so it is a high demand, and it's good to have a license on you. It doesn't hurt to have some license like a notary public on you, because obviously it comes in handy, especially when you're applying for different jobs. But that said, you guys, in order to become a notary public licensed person, individual, should I say, you need to take the test, like I stated before. You need to bring at least, before you go to the test center or you're there, you need one of these items, and it has to be not expired. It has to be up to date, so keep that in mind. It could be a driving license, state issued identification card, ID, NYC card, military ID, passport, any one of them. Bring it to the test center, as long as it's not expired, because they will look into it. They will look at the picture, they will look at you. I mean, if it's expired, you're going to be wasting your day, guys. So keep that in mind. Make sure it's not expired. Other things, what I do, this is my thing, you don't have to do it. I usually bring an extra pair of ID. For example, if I have a driving license, I also have an ID NYC card right over here. It's New York City identification card. I have it because just in case, if they say, the driving license is not up to date, or whatever reason they look into it, they might think, this is fraud. Whatever the case is, I always have a second ID. I have an ID NYC card as well. Bring two IDs, not expired, just in case. You don't want to go back just because they had a bad day, and or they give you a hard time as well. The test consists of $15 examination fee. So basically, you're gonna pay $15 either by check, money order, or a credit or debit card. They don't accept cash. Keep that in mind. They will not accept cash. If you have cash, you better go outside and look for a money order, then come back to them. It's not worth it. Just have a credit card that has some cash, obviously limit in it. Make sure your check that you give them, make sure the check is not gonna bounce, because they're gonna be charging you $20 fee for that bounce check. The exam topics obviously is going to include general law, procedures about the notary public, your role as a notary public individual, what documents you need to notarize, what documents you have to look for, etc., etc. So obviously, like I said, you can check out my channel. I do go over every topic in depth to help the individual out there need help with the notary public examination. It's 1 hour test. It's multiple choice questions. It's a walk-in examination. There is no appointment needed. So that's a good thing. Do not call them if you pass, or you ask them, did I pass or did I fail? Obviously, you wanna they send you a mail which show you that you did pass and you did fail. They will not give you a score reporting, so that part you have to keep that in mind. There's not going to be a percentage score. It's just that you pass and fail. You need at least 70% to pass, but they will not tell you how much you got. So keep that in mind. Obviously, you want to call this number 518-474-4429. For let's say if there's a dangerous weather condition, you want to make sure if they are open, always contact that number. Obviously, or let's say, for example, if you need more information about the exam information, or let's say if you didn't get your license, let's say if you didn't get the license and you passed and everything, you didn't get no information, or you don't know if you passed or not, you can always contact this number as well, because it did happen to me. I didn't get my license. I had to contact them and find out, and I passed and everything, but I never got my license. So you can always contact them for that information, but not for pass and fail. Pass and fail, they will mail it to you, and if it is, let's say, a month, 2 month pass, you didn't get the information, you didn't get no result, then I will obviously contact them. But don't contact them just for a week later and ask them, oh, did I pass? They said they specifically on their website, if you go over it, they will tell you do not call them. So you don't want that. Create a bad impression. So basically, it's every Wednesday at 9:30, 11 a.m. There's 2 tests. 123 William Street in New York City. This is where you take the test. The test is not in Brooklyn. It's not in Queens, Staten Island, Bronx. You have to come to Manhattan to take the test. 123 William Street. All applicants will be thumbprinted prior to taking the exam. Cellular phones, beepers, and any electronic devices will be turned off. Other materials, study materials, everything is not permitted to the test side. Although I did see people have the material underneath the chair, so you could do that as well. I mean, if you want to bring something like that, I didn't bring anything. I didn't want to bring anything just to give myself a headache. So if those people were studying, let's say just start at 9:30, you come at 9 o'clock. If you want to go over some of your notary book, you can go over it, but you cannot use the material to take the test with you. Obviously, that's what they're trying to say. And obviously, if you get caught, you will be disciplined by the New York State Department of State. You don't want to do that. Obviously, you're here to take the test. If you study hard, put in effort, you will pass. I guarantee you that. Visitors, guests, and children are not permitted to the test center. Well, common sense. You can't eat and drink. I don't even have to explain that. The last page is score reporting. Like I said, you need 70%, and they only give you pass and fail. You will be notified by mail. If you pass, you will receive a notice in the mail, the original notice. It will not be a copy, and must be submitted with the application form, license fee, and obviously if you do that. If you fail, then you're going to take the test again. And the exam results are only good for a period of 2 years. This is a test question. They do give you a test question like that. It sounds like, a simple question like that. It's a lot of dates to remember. It's a lot of information to remember. It seems like an easy test, but it's not really easy. If you don't put in the effort, you will not pass. Obviously, 70% seems like, it's not much, but obviously people don't pass. Some people have to take the test 3-4 times. So because, they take it lightly, honestly. Other than that, guys, that's about it. That's how you take the Notary Public test. You don't need no high school diploma, no certain things. You don't need to be a lawyer to be Notary Public. Keep that in mind, guys. You're a Notary Public individual. You're taking the test. You're not here to give advices to people. You're not a lawyer. You're not an attorney. You're basically notarizing documents. I will highly recommend study the guide, because the guide is meant to guiding us. Practical people, what the people do, we don't know what people do outside in the real world. For the test purposes, make sure that you adhere by the rules, and obviously use that in real life as well. That's the purpose of the guide, to guide us through, because you don't want to get sued or anything like that because you notarized something that you weren't supposed to notarize, or you're giving advice to people for law and you're asking them money. Some people do that, and that's how they ended up getting this guide for future Notary Public individuals to look into it and see what your role is. But look at the chapters. Watch my videos if you want. It's up to you, and see how they basically obviously I would recommend reading the chapters. If you want to buy a book, there are books online on Amazon, on eBay, study material books with questions. Highly recommended. The more you know, the better. This a question is going to be a question. And they cannot make up a new question on the Notary Public the booklet. I mean, it's simple, black and white. It's the law. You cannot change the law. Every question, the only thing they do is turn around the question, and that's it. So if you have study materials like books at home, or if you can find anything online, you can share it with people that want, for future people that in the chat. Obviously, will help out other people as well, including myself, so I can help out other people too. So basically, you could do that, or whatever you recommend. I recommend 2 books for the Notary Publics. I cannot remember the top of their names of their books. Unfortunately, but whenever I get a chance, I'll try to put it in the chat. Other than that, guys, that's about it. It's simple tests only if you study. If you don't study, then you will be a hard test. I only give you 1 hour, so keep that in mind. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the Notary Public, feel free to question. I will try my best to help you out as much as I can and as fast as I can. Any questions at all about the license, where do you get the material, where do you get the stamp, the seal, and everything, feel free to contact me. Where do you get the book? Obviously, I will help you out as much as I can. Thank you again, guys, for watching this video, and guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Keep subscribe, and I'll try my best to help you out. Thank you again for watching this video, and I hope I helped. Thank you.